until I broke down and said, I can't live, you need to do something about this. I'm Mhairi Petrovich. I'm Scottish, I'm Canadian. I've been here for 30 years. I moved here to follow my heart, and I had a one-way ticket, and I still have that one-way ticket, but I don't think I'm ever going to go back. I'm the mother of two grown people who still live with me right now, and I'm the founder of a company called Outsmart Marketing. We do digital marketing. You know, I was probably in my late 30s, early 40s when I started. Didn't know what it was. Weird thing. I actually started getting this feeling of, it was like the phone vibrating, you know, in my pocket, but there was no phone in my pocket. Yeah, those were my very first things. I'm like, this is weird, what's going on down there? And then from there, it just kind of, you know, gradually strange things started happening. But yeah, early 40s, I would say. And for me, perimenopause was way worse than menopause. Oh, I had really, really bad, like, flooding periods where I would maybe get 2 or 3 days maybe reprieve every month, but the rest of the time I was just, and I would go to the doctor, and the doctor would say, oh, you know, this is normal, fine, you know, just use extra pads. And like, it was getting to the point that it was interfering with my work. You know, I do a lot of speaking engagements, and I couldn't commit to doing a speaking engagement because, you know, I could all of a sudden just start bleeding everywhere. You know, I was having these mood swings. I didn't know, you know, I began to really question myself. It was really quite tough, quite honestly. You know, I remember it all kind of came to a head. We were on a vacation in Istanbul, and you know, you want to go out and you want to visit everything, and I couldn't do any of these things because I was, you know, having to find where the next washroom was and plan out my day, and you know, it felt really awkward. And you go there, and drugs are really readily available. It's not like here where you have to go to the doctor and get a prescription. So, you know, I'm online trying to figure out what it is, and it's hormones. Okay, well, what do I need? Is it estrogen? Is it progesterone? Didn't really know, so I went and got some drugs there. And they seemed, I can't remember, it was either estrogen or progesterone, seemed to make a difference. And when I came home, I went to the doctor and I broke down and said, you need to do something here because I can't live like this anymore. They put a coil, so that I wouldn't get pregnant inside me. Well, actually, that was an IUD, thank you. That wasn't the first thing they did. I had an ablation. I had fibroids, so I was, you know, having issues with fibroids. They put the ablation, so they burned the inside of me. That didn't make a difference. So I went through a whole series of, you know, different things that they seemed to try. And then finally, the IUD seemed to make a difference for a couple of years until it dislodged itself, and then it was kind of back to where I was. But over time, it kind of gradually went away, thankfully, on its own as I got closer to actual menopause. No, like, how can you possibly be happy with the healthcare because there's not been, they don't know anything. You know, my doctor didn't seem to know, nobody, they're just like, oh, you know, it's menopause, you know, whatever. Nobody seemed to have a solution, or I didn't feel like I was getting the help that I needed at all. And I actually felt that I wasn't even being taken seriously, quite honestly, until I broke down and said, I can't live, you need to do something about this. And then it was like, almost like, oh, we'll try this and we'll try this, but they didn't really know. And I guess maybe that's part of, every woman is different, but I also feel it's part of, there hasn't been enough study gone in. And we don't get taken seriously. It's just like, oh, it's menopause, it'll pass. But it has such a big impact on your life, not just you know, physically, because your body changes, but also, you know, one of the things that I really struggled with as I got into actual menopause was I'm quite a confident person. I was losing my confidence, I had extreme anxiety, you know, I wasn't sleeping very well. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't know it was what it was, but you know, I read up on it and I feel like it was menopause. I discovered black cohosh, and again, not through the doctor. I don't have a naturopath. You know, I read up and found that black cohosh is an indigenous tool that has traditionally been used to help. So I take black cohosh, I drink soya milk, and I've found that since I started that, everything's much easier. I also find that making sure I get enough exercise, it's almost like I'm some kind of rare plant, and I need to, you know, it's like the care and maintenance of Mhairi. So I need to get enough sleep, I need to not drink caffeine, which I just did. I need to drink enough water, I need to exercise, and then I need to, you know, try to get a healthy diet. And these things all seem to help me. You know, speaking to my friends who have gone through, I feel that once I got the hang of things, for me, menopause itself wasn't that bad. It was perimenopause that was the real toughest thing for me. No, most of the symptoms for me have gone away. So I'm really, really fortunate. You know, I'm not finding that I'm getting hot flashes. I still, you know, I need to take something to help me sleep sometimes. I'm not feeling as anxious as I have done in the past. I actually feel great now. I feel like I'm moving on to the better part of my life almost. I'm feeling like a better person. I'm really, really lucky to be feeling like that. I know that not everybody does, but I feel like I've got it all behind me, touch wood, and I'm feeling stronger and ready to, and I'm a stronger, more confident now person as well. I'm more comfortable in my skin now than I've ever been in my life. Good health. That, like, if you don't have your health, what have you got? When you say, what do you hope for the next 10 or 20 years? Well, I just hope I live that long.
Thanks for watching this episode. For more menopause stories like this, subscribe below, and don't forget to click the bell so you are notified when we drop a new episode. Did you connect with this story? Let us know by adding your comment and by sharing and liking it. Shared storytelling helps us learn what's happening to our bodies and reminds us we are not alone.